Hey there! Welcome to Oops All Games, the brand new video game review show from Fox, Illinois and News Channel 20. I'm Joe, and I'll be your guide through the very interesting and very expensive world of video game news, reviews, and everything in between. Since this is our debut episode, I wanted to give you a bit of an introduction to this segment and what you can expect from it in the coming months.
So I suppose let's start there. What exactly can you expect out of Oops All Games? The short answer is a little bit of everything. Our goal is to give you a local look at all things video games and the surrounding industry as a whole. From first impressions and reviews of brand new releases to details on news headlines, we plan to keep up with it all. But the newest games aren't all that's on our mind. The hardware you play these games on are just as important as the games themselves, so we will also be on the lookout for new systems being released and help you decide if they're worth your money or not. And as the release schedules get a bit slower, we'll be taking a look back at times at fun little topics and reminiscing about times of old. For example, this year the Nintendo Switch turns 8 years old, so you can expect something for that around March.
And that's just a taste in terms of what you can see coming soon from Oops All Games, in addition to, of course, hearing my voice for 95% of the time. So why not take you behind the curtain a bit and tell you a little bit about myself, just so we have that connection? No? Too bad, I'm gonna talk anyway.
I've been around video games since I was just a little kid. Playing computer games or on the family Wii was my favorite way to pass the time. As I got older, I got more curious about what else there was aside from the heap of Mario games I had. So I ended up deciding on getting an Xbox 360 and played tons of Halo, Grand Theft Auto, and Skate 3, and I finally got the opportunity to play games on an actual controller. Eventually the snowball effect occurred and I started to get way more into the industry, playing all kinds of games from all kinds of systems, old and new. And here we are today. Mainly I tend to play on all of the main 3 consoles for various reasons. I have my Nintendo Switch for all the first party exclusives and anything I think would be fun on a handheld. I have my Xbox Series X for the great list of backwards compatible games and the vast collection of games available on Xbox Game Pass. And I have my PlayStation 5 for just about everything else, including multi-platform titles and Sony published exclusives. And just so you can get a feel of what I tend to gravitate towards, here are some of my favorite games of all time. Pikmin was a series I never really knew about until the announcement of Pikmin 4, and seeing all the details of a larger-than-life object made me feel like a little man in a big man's world while playing it. And while we're talking about games on the Switch, how about Super Mario Odyssey? As a lifelong Mario fan, I love seeing the amount of love and creativity Nintendo puts into their favorite plumber's adventures. Odyssey is a true love letter to Mario's history and a promising glimpse of what the future may hold. Now, in terms of multiplayer games, you can't go wrong with a good Mario Party game. And on the top of the list for me is Mario Party 8 for the Wii. Now, this one is a bit hit or miss with a lot of players, however, this is the one I grew up on, and the one I keep coming back to even after playing all the others. But gaming doesn't always need to be competitive or story driven. Sometimes games can be relaxing and take some stress off your mind. And for me, the game that does that most is Power Wash Simulator. Getting to take a break from the chaos of life to only worry about cleaning a virtual object is everything I could ever want out of a game like that. But above all else, what has been the reigning champion of all-time favorite for me has to be Marvel's Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. This game came out at a very important point in my life, and its story really resonated with me in a way I had never felt before. In addition, the game had really good controls from the combat to traversing through New York. I could go on for quite some time about this game, and maybe one day I will, but for now I will leave it at that.
Well, that has been a glimpse at Oops All Games. I can't wait to stop by each week and give you the latest on all things video games. Of course, if there's anything that you want to see from this segment, go ahead and drop a comment and let us know your thoughts.
Don't miss a video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today for more Central Illinois news.